we're going to start the show?
Do you remember when I said that I was going to let you handle everything?
Oh, okay, I'll start it.
Everybody else, just Larson, and with me, as always, is my trusty co-host, well, one of them anyways. We're going to go with the lovely and quite dapper-looking Colin Burns.
Happy to be here.
And then we have...
It's not a fucking interview.
The, like, semi-pedophilia-looking, kind of like the teacher that touches people, Liberty.
I look like...
from Kanye's new Ted Bundy collection.
All right. I was actually going to say I'm the teacher that the kids want to touch them. That makes sense? No, cool. It was a... Starting off on a low note here.
30 seconds in, off the rails.
Oh, dude, this is my return, by the way. I've been gone for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Come back.
I can't wait for the ratings to go down.
Yeah, true. It's not like we have ratings. We have like 3 people who watch this.
11 at
Hi,
least.
Clarissa.
Our loyal fans. To you.
Happy birthday, Clarissa.
Oh yeah, happy birthday.
So, Justin, why do we all look so fancy today?
Because you asked and you begged and you threatened to suck my dick if we didn't do this.
Well, why would that be a threat?
I don't know. Why would it be?
You give just very terrible head.
I guess so. I mean,
The driest of dry.
I haven't heard any complaints, except for Justin, obviously. All he does
Well,
is
you
complain.
told me that I was
Well,
lonely.
if you dislike it so much, why do you keep asking?
Because I'm hoping that with experience you would get better. But no! You keep grabbing the paper towel. You keep drying your mouth. It's disgusting. At least put some mouthwash in there, you sick fuck.
Mouthwash?
Clean it out the disinfected gums.
Oh my god, I am very concerned. This has really gone on a tangent. I thought I was gonna make a joke about us looking fancy or something. I didn't have anything, but because we're looking so fancy, I thought I'd ask, hey guys, what's the fanciest thing you've done ever? Fanciest.
Me eating this poutine right now.
It looks graceful, I'll tell you that.
I mean, myself, technically the fanciest thing I've ever done was me wearing my suit when I got married.
Yeah,
That's pretty.
that's
marriage is pretty
respectable.
fancy.
Yeah.
Was it a rented suit or was
Oh
it?
yeah, there was no way I was gonna pay like thousands of dollars for a fucking suit that I was gonna wear hopefully once. You know what I mean? Look,
Hopefully once.
look, my wife
yeah.
made the stupid mistake of getting married with me, but she could realize like, oh shit, what have I done?
She's trapped now.
I mean, yeah, because she's stuck in that hotel right now. I slashed the tires.
Exactly.
She's forever mine.
All work and no play makes Justin a dull boy.
But yeah, I think it's probably the hotel. Second to that would have been probably. Yeah, I want to say usually when I tried to overdress for an interview, when I was way younger, I would like try to put like the fucking tie and the suit. It's like,
Yeah.
if you're getting a job at Travel Lodge, I want it real bad.
Yeah.
Terrible idea, excuse me. It's.
You got the Step Brothers thing. You're just walking in tuxedos. We're here to fuck shit up.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what it was. And unfortunately, they were dumb enough to give me the job, right? So fuck that. Worked there for 3 years.
All right. Well, Colin.
None really come to mind. Maybe prom is not fancy as our senior prom was. It's probably got to be up there. A couple weeks ago, I went with some friends to a bottomless champagne seafood brunch, all you can eat.
That sounds awesome.
And like we all got dressed up for it, and we got really, really drunk on mimosas at like noon.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Dude, mimosas are like the key to life. I'll tell you, mimosas are really, really fucking good.
What is that? Is that orange juice and champagne? Or sparkling wine?
Yes.
Because if it's not from
Champagne's-
Champagne, it's not champagne.
Yeah.
Or when there was a party I went to with some friends from MSU. They came over to Windsor for a party, and they stayed in the Caesars, and it was like a formal party, and everyone got all dressed up. And we went over to the club with that club they have in the top floor of the Caesars there. And
Oh,
again, got
yeah.
very, very drunk. A lot of my fancy stories involve alcohol.
Yeah.
So,
When
warning.
you went to Vegas, did you dress up at all?
Not really. Well, we didn't like go to any like events or shows or anything like that. Like there was a time when I like just like put on a dress shirt just with some jeans to walk around the casino and that, but that
Yeah.
was about it. I was only there for a couple days.
Never been yet.
Never been?
Vegas?
Yeah, I want to. Just to be like $200, put it down and walk away.
Yeah. Vegas is definitely like it's people. If anyone ever is scared to like go gambling because you're like, I'm just gonna get addicted to it. It's like, no, just pull out money and say, this is my money I spend, and then you put like $100, $200, and then you're done with it. You're like, well, I'm not gambling anymore because I haven't made anything. I know people tons of times that go gambling like once a year, and they make like they make like $20 over going there 2 times a year, because one time you do really good and then one time you just don't do as good, and it's like,
yeah, when you look at your over under, it's like, wow, I technically lost $300. Fuck.
If you're smart about it, gambling's like, there's really nothing to it. It's not that harmful. It's when you're an idiot and you're just like, put it on my credit card. It's like, no, please don't.
What about you, Lib? What's your fanciest?
Fanciest?
Right this moment.
This is the fanciest I've ever been. No, it would be. So I would say the time I looked the fanciest would have been prom. My first prom. I went to like 3. No, my second prom. I went to 3 proms. First one I went with a girl who's older than me. Second one was my year, and then third one was my girlfriend who was a year younger than me.
Pervert.
It's 1 year, dude. Anyway.
It's for the older woman. What the
So
hell's wrong with you?
so for my second one, I had like a nice really like blue suit on, and I was wearing like blue with like a teal and white checkered shirt.
Did you have ruffles?
No, I didn't have ruffles. I think I had ruffles like the chips. I think I had them earlier in the day. So
And
that's
the bag is
irrelevant.
blue.
Anyway, so I dressed up nice for that,
That's a terrible joke.
and
I just want to let you know, I'm not
I
letting that
know.
go. That was fucking terrible. They
We're not
got
letting
no
that
response.
We just want to move on
I
from that
genuinely
one.
think I had ruffles that day. I'm being honest.
Do you have ruffles every day?
Yes.
Then it doesn't matter. It's something special.
Okay. I looked really good.
Okay.
Like looked really fancy. I took some pictures. I literally looked like I was like doing like business casual modeling. I looked pretty freaking good. That night though, I got more drunk than I ever did, and my girlfriend almost broke up with me because I was so hammered. She said she was on the edge, but she gave
glory?
Yeah, basically. But fucking, I got so hammered I didn't remember. There was an after party after.
After party?
No, like after the prom after party. God damn it, you're so memey today, and I hate it. I'm trying to tell the fucking story. So,
I don't want it in the shot.
Okay.
I go to the after party, and it's fine. The only thing I remember about it is I was really hammered, and I played beer pong with my buddy against these 2 people, which I don't remember how it happened, but I remember us winning and me high-fiving him, and then I just woke up in my house.
Oh, Jesus. So you got blackout drunk.
Yeah, and then she told me everything that happened, and I was like, oh, fuck. I folded our tent in half because it was like it was like you bring your tent there, set it up, and you stay there for the night. But she decided she didn't want to because I was so fucking hammered. And then I collapsed our tent, and the air mattress that was inside of it, just collapsed it. I was laying on it crying when she came by and said, "What the fuck are you doing?" And I was like, I was just a mess.
Were you Arnold Schwarzenegger like stuck on Mars?
Basically, and then the kicker of it all. So the reason I say I dressed the fanciest because I did was not my fanciest time because I was so hammered.
Yeah.
The way I ended it, I went to my when I went into my house.
Okay.
I have a screened in like a porch door and then like an actual door. So so if they're this way, my normal door, if this is the inside, my normal door opens like this, like that, and then my porch one goes this way. So what I did is I opened my door this way, and instead of walking into where the door is, I walked on the other side of it. I opened it and walked to the side where there was no door or anything, and there was a railing there, and I almost fell over the railing. Because I was so hammered, I opened the door and went to the wrong side of where the door was.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, and then I went to bed and just passed out, and then woke up, and Haley came over, and she's like, "Hey," I'm like, "Hey, how was last night?" And she's like, "Oh my God." So yeah, that looked fanciest. Actually, was fanciest was my cousin's. It was like a wedding I went to. My cousin had, and I got pretty drunk off Ryan Ginger's. But rep the suit the entire time, was out dancing on like the dance floor and stuff, just had a really good time. I love going to weddings. Weddings are so much fun.
I hate weddings.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of them.
It's my family though, which makes it like my mom's side of my family. If there's ever a wedding on that side, the most fun ever, because we all just get super hammered and just dance. It was like our family took up like the entire dance floor, and the other side, like the bride side, like it wasn't really on it as much because all of us were just so lit on the dance. It was funny, but that's what kicks weddings for me usually. Is my family.
Only good wedding that I've ever been to 2, I guess, if you want to count mine, but I have to count mine. Well,
Jesus. You don't have to if it's that bad.
it was my friends Aaron and Shane's wedding.
Shane.
Not Alderrice.
I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you now. How does it feel?
It feels fine. It doesn't bother me at all. Does it bother you? Do you want to talk about this?
I'm gonna stop.
Pretty much what had happened was they're young. They're our age. So pretty much they grouped us with a bunch of other young people. So we just started drinking at the one table and we just never left.
Yep.
So that was great. That was the only reason why I liked that wedding. But I mean, besides that, it was fast. It was efficient. They knew what they were doing. Mm-hmm. Not one of those Tracy's cousin's wedding where we had to go to a church. That was problem number one because I'm not Christian or Catholic at all.
Okay.
So we had to sit there, and then the priest decided to do a bilingual ceremony, which is fine. Because usually what they'll do is they'll read a line or like a paragraph in English and then read the next paragraph or line in French. This guy was saying one line in French, the same line again in English.
I knew as soon as you said bilingual as a bad thing, I was like, this dude's got to be repeating shit.
Repeat.
Oh, man.
And being bilingual myself, I had to hear it twice and understand it both times.
Yep.
One of the worst experiences of my entire life because I sat there. It's something that should have taken 30 minutes, and 40 at most, took an hour and 10 or an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Fucking insane, man. And, worst experience. And then my wedding obviously was just a great time because I got married.
It's pretty lit. Lit.
The way that we had our stuff set up for our wedding was after the actual wedding itself, everyone comes over to the place. We all start drinking and have a good time. Mm-hmm. And everything was going great. My friends were going hard, which is what I wanted because they make things interesting. But my wife's side of the family was starting to have issues with how much of a good time my friends were having. And then when it came to the time to dance, my best man and Tom, one of my groomsmen. Grooms? Yeah, grooms. It's been so long ago.
Yes.
All right, I'm old. They were clearing the tables out for everyone. And then her side of the family was like, what do you think you're doing? Oh, we're clearing the tables to the dance floor. Well, we're still eating. And Tom's just like, well, you can eat over there. Just put his foot on the table and went, wah! And like slid it across. Tim, the Tim Man Tooler. Tom was already buzzed and drunk, so he doesn't give a shit at that point.
Yeah.
He's German. Like, whatever, fuck. You can say whatever you want. He doesn't fucking care. Slides it across. And then, like, they were like, well, we're going to go tell Tracy. And Tom's like, you're going to go tell the bride on her wedding day this issue of you guys don't want to move tables because you're eating and you don't want to move 5 fucking feet. Go ahead. So they go over, they tell Tracy. She's like, okay, and what do you want from me? Like, fuck off. So they fucked off. And then as the night progressed, near the end of it, one of my friends, Eric Lalonde, I'm going to throw him under the bus for this one, got so drunk, and I mean like belligerently hammered. He jumps on top of the stage, gets the DJ, which is one of my friends, to start playing whatever song, and starts stripping. And he's just like, it's getting sexy in here. Like, he's just like doing this.
Oh my God.
This. And like,
oh my
it's
God.
like da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. Like, everyone's laughing because it's so fucking nuts. And then the aunt who was, quote unquote, in charge of the hall runs up to me. If he takes a single piece of clothes, I'm shutting this whole thing down. And I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? And I'm like, what? So I'm like, Eric, you gotta stop what you're doing. Oh, okay. And just like slowly, like sexually brings it all back up and like walks off the stage.
I feel bad for Eric. He's had a good time.
Oh, he had a fucking great time.
We're gonna shut this fucker down if he keeps stripping.
And it's like, are you at a goddamn wedding? At your fucking niece's wedding? Is that what you're gonna do? Like, fuck off, Cheryl.
It just sounds like
that's actually not her name. Cheryl's
like,
her good. She's a good aunt. I love you,
sounds
Cheryl.
like a fucking like at a police chief. It was like gonna shut down a drug operation. He's like, you hear me, fucker? I'm shutting you down.
Yeah, it's like, give me your gun and your badge. You're over. Yeah. It's like so.
Not in my hall.
It was one of those moments. I'm like, you're out of your goddamn mind.
For me, for weddings is all about how much alcohol I consume. It also depends on the like what the wedding's about. If it's a more mature, upbeat wedding,
know your audience, right?
Way more game. Where when it's a really soft family wedding with like lots of kids and stuff, there, it's like I just want to go home and play.
Eat your supper and get the fuck out.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's one of those moments where you got to gauge the audience. You got to know what's happening.
I want my wedding to be just this huge ass party, you know, like less about the ceremony, more about the reception. That's what I'm feeling.
Exactly. I would feel awkward in that wedding situation of like I'm getting married and like you're inviting probably hundreds of people to like watch you get married, and like showing like, oh hey, I'm in love. I'm
All right.
with this person.
Yeah, because like the
I
whole
would feel
point.
awkward about it.
Yeah, and I'd be like, hey, you know, you watched me get married. let's get fucked up. Yeah, exactly. Let's party. Let's get
I
some
thought you were
pizzas.
about to say,
Let's
"Hey,
get-
you watch me get married. Watch me fuck."
Come on in.
Here's the glass.
At your wedding, Jesus.
Here's the glass table. Just go
Oh
under and watch.
no! God damn it, Justin! You always take it. We're at this level. You're
First
like,
row always
I thought
gets
you
wet.
meant this. It's like what?
Yeah. Also, remember, there's a 10-year gap between us, fuckers. Okay?
What's that got to do with having a dirty ass mind?
Because mine's been warped over the more years than yours.
So you're saying in 10 years my mind's gonna be fucked.
Yeah, and by the time that happens, I'll be dead.
By the time in 10 years when you're 40.
My retirement plan's a shotgun to the mouth.
Oh,
Oh my god.
just trying to give Sam a cool backstory.
Yeah,
when
you
he
know,
becomes
like
a
when he
vigilante.
becomes a Batman, he needs a good story. What happened to you?
hire a guy-
My dad killed himself.
Just hire a guy to mug and
I
kill
don't
you in a
use
dark
guns.
alleyway leaving the opera.
a gun killed my dad. He's like, oh, he was shot. And he was like, well, it was by himself, but still.
Gotta destroy the criminal scum.
Guy tries to commit
Stop him.
suicide and he like punches him. Not
That's
on my
that's all
watch.
Sam does as Batman is he stops suicide guys by beating the shit out of them.
Then throwing him off the building.
That'll teach you. Oh shit! Wait.
Oh fuck.
Oh my god, that is warped. That is fucked.
Yeah.
damn.
My mind's basically already there.
Yeah,
It's on the edge.
of glory. I'm still gonna say it. Anyways, I want to explain why I was eating before the podcast.
Because you're hungry?
Well, yeah, but there's a reason for that. We ended up by doing your locker assignment.
Yes, we did.
Excuse me. Talk about it.
Talk about it. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't ready for this line of questioning, but basically, I brought Colin and Justin in, and also Ruth, who's backstage on cameras. There.
Backstage.
Well, she's on stage.
behind
Ruth,
the
come on here. Come on. No, wait, no, she's got a mic on. Never mind.
Wow. You don't know Ruth? Come on. Come on over. It's great. Come on. Don't worry about it.
No pressure at
Yeah,
all.
let's get a round of applause for Ruth. Keep
Just
coming.
turn around.
Turn around. Take a bow.
Wait.
Do a curtsy.
All right. Anyway,
Full camera
Never asked
shot.
on camera when I was.
you weren't in my production, Mac. Oh my God.
Willem Dafoe, is that you?
Together we can rule the city.
So really, that is your angry voice. Is Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin?
You're like the Incredible Hulk, except if you don't get green and you just get more like skinnier and taller.
You wouldn't like me when I'm Dafoe.
I don't actually do anything though. I just tell people that together we're gonna rule the city.
Oh my god.
Anywho, shot my thing. Ruth was in it. Thank God. She played my damsel in distress / ass kicker. If you watch the story, it'll make sense. And then also I had Justin as. I wouldn't even like call you guys like leads or co-stars because you guys both equally have like somewhat of like the same role, like same like screen time and
No,
stuff.
you could say co-stars. That would make sense.
Yeah. So, you know, and it's just like this whole comedic thing about a man being shoved in a locker, and as he's explaining what happened to him, it like clearly is becoming like, okay, so this isn't really what happened.
Yeah.
And then we find out what did, and from shooting it, it was
Yeah. So from conception to writing the script to shooting it, a lot of it kind of changed, right?
yes, a lot of it did change. Originally, I wrote the script because I me this is gonna sound I didn't give a shit about this assignment.
I mean,
I was like I like the challenge of writing around a locker, but at the same time, it's like I feel like it still is not that hard or so. I don't know, but I wrote this thing that was just funny, the whole idea behind it, and then like as at the beginning I was like I don't really care, and then the more I actually started working with it, I'm like okay, this is actually kind of funny, and I actually started to like what it was more, and then I wrote the script, and before I actually printed out the script for you guys, I changed a lot of stuff because I was gonna have this whole thing about bleeding and like actual blood on you, but it's just gonna be ketchup because the joke was that you're eating a sandwich and you spilled ketchup on her and yourself, but you kept playing it off like it was blood to the character. So I rewrote that because I didn't want to like first get, if you wore a shirt, just throw ketchup on it. Yeah. I also didn't want to have to make like a sandwich or something. I didn't want to go. I just
didn't want to make a sandwich.
I didn't want to
Too
go
much
through all
work
the
for
steps.
this.
So I wrote that part out and just wrote in some other stuff. And then as we were actually shooting it, we had a whole bunch of lines changed slightly. Like instead of, it was originally about like 7 guys beating him up, but we changed it down to 3 because we didn't have 7 people. And also because 3, I think, just looked a lot smoother.
Yeah.
And then finally, I think everybody on set was just throwing out ideas for funny one-offs and funny, like, just like stupid little lines to throw in. And then some of them were like actually really good. So there's a lot of stuff we just improv'd on set itself. And I think that actually it was a fun shoot for me, especially like the whole fighting scene part was just goofy. It was dumb. And we just kept saying, okay, do this. And then Colin would be like, what if I do this, and just does the stupidest thing ever? And I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. It was just fun to do. It was one of the more fun
shit
shoots.
come to me.
Yeah.
My specialty.
How'd you guys think about the shoot? Easy?
It was a good time.
Yeah,
it was a good time. I'm confident you'll end up with something pretty special there.
Something pretty fucking funny.
Yeah, I actually like the fact that you took opinions and actually integrated it into everything. Because a lot of people might just be like, yeah, cool.
And then just don't touch it.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, we could totally maybe do that after we do this take, and then, ooh, I forgot. Like those kind of moments.
I'm definitely one of those people though, where it's like you throw me an idea, and you're like, hey, what if we do this? And I just don't like it. I'll be like, I don't know if that really fits it. Where if I actually like something, I'll be like, that's smart. I like that, and I use it. You know,
You're open to suggestions.
Yeah.
You're open to good suggestions.
Yeah, and I hate when, because I mean, if someone suggests something, you never have. That doesn't mean you have to do it, right? Don't ever do something out of wanting to, like, if this sounds mean, but don't ever like give up something you think creatively because somebody has a suggestion for.
Yeah.
Like,
You don't want to just please everyone, right?
yeah, sometimes people come in with some feedback or some suggestions that are really smart and really add to it, and then sometimes it's like they're like, oh my god, what if you kicked him in the balls and he farted? And it's like,
Adam Sandler.
yeah, well, we're not gonna do that, you know.
Yeah.
So I thought that I love the suggestion part, and I love my favorite part of directing by far is it's not only like the whole idea of creating something and like, you know, having a vision in mind as you create. It's literally working with people. I love working with somebody and saying, can you give me this? And they're like, you know, what if I try this? And then
And
what are you
working with them
laughing?
to try and find something.
Are you marshmallow clapping at it? Anywho, so it's like I like being able to adapt and adjust with people and say like, can you give me this? And then if they can't, you say, okay, let's try something else. If they do, you're like, perfect. Keep that energy. And I think that's one of my favorite parts of directing by far. And I love having that ability to work with people.
I think what's helping a lot for us is, Colin, you've had Lib in your shoots.
Yep.
I've had Lib in my shoots.
Yes. I've been in a shit ton of shoots. I'll
Yeah.
tell you that right now.
But like the 3 of us have constantly kind of worked with each other.
Yeah.
So now we're we've gotten really good at the idea of how to help out a story, whether it's literal like script wise or visual wise.
Oh, shit.
Like we've been able to learn. With the way that Liv's telling a story, maybe this might work. Like how in the story now we actually have these dubs, like these audio dubs of Ruth just being like, "Oh my God, you're the best, thanks," and all that
then
kind
you're
of.
gonna have my voice kind of like,
Yeah, it's like because his character is telling the story, and he's saying the girl said this. So instead of Ruth actually saying like, "Oh my God, you're the best, thanks," or something like that, it's gonna be Colin's voice saying it as she's like mouthing the words in the flashback. It'll look. It took that completely from the Rooster Teeth show, $1 Million Butt.
Yeah.
They always throw that idea in when they're explaining stuff, and then they throw in the dialogue, and I was just like, "That's funny. I'm going to use it too." And then I told Justin, I'm like, do you know that show? And he's like, yes. And I'm like, that's what I'm going for. And you exactly knew. You're like, okay, this is what he's going for.
Yeah.
And then you threw in the idea of him on the ground, then like being knocked out, but then like popping up to say something. And that's immediately the style I was looking for. So you knew when I told you, and we worked that out.
And it's really helpful that we all kind of follow some of the similar stuff.
Yeah.
We do have somewhat similar tastes in movies and shows and
Yeah,
follow
same.
Rooster Teeth and all that. so we all kind of know what we want.
Yeah.
Even like directing styles and stuff. There's been plenty of times where I've been working with Colin or you, and you guys are like setting something up, and I'm like, "You're doing this, aren't you?" And you're like, "Yeah, exactly." I'm like, "Oh, that's gonna look fucking awesome."
Yeah.
It's awesome to have that synergy with the people you work with.
And I think it's one of those ideas where, like, I know that it's gonna sound cheap, but I know this program is like, yeah, I try to work with a bunch of different people.
Yeah.
Branch out and feel.
We haven't been doing that.
Yeah, no, like we've been sticking as much as we can, but like luckily we've also been able to find other people like Ruth coming in and helping us out. Like she matched everything well.
Mm-hmm.
She got what we were going. You got what we were going for, so you're able to blend it very well. So I am excited with the idea of getting people to come help. I'm just not the biggest fan of totally abandoning my crew to go to someone totally different.
Yeah. One thing I wish we could do, which I think would be awesome, is for like the short narrative. I wish we got extended time, so we did a 30-minute thing, and we made it one. One class does one thing, and you have a full-out shoot for it.
Oh, that'd be pretty sweet.
Everyone's got something. You have somebody on costumes and somebody on lighting, and then you got your director who's directing it, and they pick out, okay, I want this for cinematography. I want my AD and stuff. I think that'd be awesome. I understand why we don't, because then somebody who's in this program to also direct and stuff could get thrown on costumes or something. And I can understand why that would suck. But at the same time, it'd be awesome. I think it'd be cool to have a full-on crew
but
for it.
that's why we also have these smaller assignments, right? The locker assignment, the double system assignment. It does give people that chance to direct at a little bit of smaller scale, but you still get the feel and flow of how everything should be.
It's also hard to pick one story out of 20 pitches to say this is the definitive one.
Yeah, that's gonna be. I wonder how they're gonna figure all that out. Like how the teachers are gonna figure
It's
out.
got to
like,
just
which
be a
ones to
numbers game
shoot.
with like the sheet, right? Like whoever's got the highest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess it's gonna go Olympic style. Like if you're first on a list, you get 5 points, and then 4, 3, 2, whatever. Most points gets it. That's my guess. And then I think if let's say I wanted to do Justin's, and I put him as my number one, and I said I want to be AD for it, and then Justin has me on his thing, like as who he wants in his crew, but then like puts me at like cinematography or something. I think that you're gonna get me at one of those positions. That's why I think that works. I'm not entirely sure though, because they're not just gonna give you what you wanted, right?
Shut up. Shut up.
You fuckers always doing that. I'm making an
Physical awkwardness.
anecdote. I don't know. I'm going with the numbers game. I think it's gonna be points.
I
and shit.
completely forgot that you could vote for your own. I did not know that you could vote for your own.
What?
When I was writing
You
the
could
list
do
down.
that?
I didn't know
Apparently.
that either.
No
Like,
way.
people
No
were
way. I
saying
didn't.
like in the class, like right afterwards, like, oh,
What?
you can vote for your own.
That's the dumbest fucking thing
Yeah,
I've
that
ever
doesn't
heard.
I
make
assumed
sense.
you couldn't. I was like, why?
Again, I wouldn't vote for my own though, because it's like for me, it's like if I get mine, it's because other people want to work with me, and I'm gonna fucking direct it. I don't need to put like my
I
thing
think mine's
as
the best,
direction. It's like no, I'm gonna put other people's because it's for me. It was it's always the backup plan for me. It was mine doesn't get through. Here are the 5 I want to work for and what I want to do for it.
Yeah, that's
not,
what I thought it was.
That makes sense. So not mine's the best. Like I don't know. That pisses me off.
Yeah, that's a little fucking dumb because I would have totally done that.
For yourself?
God,
I would have done it too if I knew.
If I would have voted for myself, and then if I would have won, it'd be like, welcome to this. Like, I know none of you fuckers have read my script yet. Wait till you fucking see this thing. You're gonna wish that you did not vote for mine.
Oh yeah, I've read your script. I'm in yours though. That's the thing. You can't even have me as like sound or crew or anything because I'm fucking acting in yours.
Well, you could be the director.
Direct and act.
I told you.
Oh yeah, that's right. A Liberty Roundtree film starring Liberty Roundtree.
It'll be the perfect fucking
I
fluff piece
just
for
like
you.
I just like turn the camera glasses go up. I'm like, I'm back. We have to cut a trailer for it too. Did you know that?
No.
A 1-minute trailer for editing class.
A 1-minute trailer for a 5-minute video.
Yes, I was very confused too.
30 seconds I could understand.
Yeah, 30 seconds
Full
makes sense.
minute.
I don't know if it's a full minute. It's just the thing I assumed because I saw we had to cut a trailer.
It is a full minute.
Yep, see, that makes sense. So, 30 seconds is too short for a project, you know?
Well, it's a teaser trailer. That's perfect.
For footage that you will have already shot, it's
A teaser trailer. So it's like a bunch of like things, and then you see your eyes at the very end, and it's like, I'm here. And damn, the music starts playing.
Bah.
But yeah, we do gotta cut a trailer for that.
That's fucking dumb. Speaking of trailers, have you guys seen the new Wreck-It Ralph trailer?
It's
yes.
like trash. They made a joke about eBay.
Yeah.
Who uses eBay? It's Amazon. It's gonna be internet jokes. I'm not okay. I'm not down for that.
The goddamn rabbit eating
That
those
was funny.
pancakes.
That was at some
that
points
was
grotesque
dark.
though.
That was dark. Just like that one slow shot.
Yeah,
Yeah, rabbits
just
come
like
out,
the
like,
syrup
coming
on
around.
the lips and shit.
No. The kitty gets the milkshake. The rabbit gets
That
the
legitimately
pancake.
that disturbed me like in the tiniest bit. I was like, oh my
And
god.
John C. Reilly did a bit too good of a job voicing that. Like the rabbit gets the pancake.
I want to see. A
The
horror
harsh
film.
zoom in of like when the little kid's screaming. Oh fuck! I don't know. Look, they may have some bad jokes in there, like the eBay joke.
Yeah. Oh,
But also keep in
sorry,
mind-
audio. I keep punching my mic.
It's these companies that they've reached out with that are willing to get mocked at. So Amazon, if it's not in there, might have been like, yeah, no, we don't want you to laugh at our billion-dollar company.
I think it's just bad writing. The movie's gonna be good because it's a Disney movie, and off one was good.
No,
I'm telling you that. I just
whoa,
meant
whoa,
I
whoa.
don't like the eBay trailers.
You can backtrack that just because
Oh,
it's
not-
a Disney movie doesn't mean it's going to be good. There are plenty of shitty Disney movies out there.
Not recently though. Which one?
Zootopia.
How fucking dare you say that about Zootopia?
You went on that whole thing just to make that joke.
Zootopia was fucking magnificent.
It's overrated.
How dare you? I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Christ.
Fuck you. Zootopia was great.
It was a,
It was okay
Why is it overrated?
because it's overrated.
You're overrated.
Oh, I already knew that. That's why I'm here.
it did such a good job of building that whole animal world in that.
Yeah.
And showing like real world social struggles and political shit in.
It was like one of the best analogies for racism in a movie that I've ever seen,
Yeah,
and
but
it's a kids movie.
It's like Get Out, man. It's just I'm tired of hearing about it, and people just
Of
talk.
racism? It's still there.
I'm tired of hearing about racism. Let's just stop talking
Are you
about it,
talking? Are you
guys.
talking about the movie? Racism itself. Please tell me you're talking about the movies.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column
Oh
B.
my god. Those are both movies that tell a good story on it without being like. I think Bright is the opposite of that. I think
Fuck.
Get Out and Zootopia are good analogies and metaphors for racism world. Bright is like the orcs are the black people.
You don't-
see they wear football jerseys. It's like
they
what
do
the fuck?
graffiti, like, oh,
Yeah, like
fucking-
Look, you just
Right
don't
as
like it
shit.
because it's Will Smith and it's David Ayer. Okay.
David Ayer did direct.
I
that,
like
yeah.
David Ayer. I just don't like some of his. I just don't like.
I don't
Bright.
like
didn't
any of David
Sis.
Ayer's movies except for Fury.
You didn't like End of Watch?
I didn't watch it to watch.
It's a good movie. It's a good cop movie.
Oh, is that the
I
buddy
cried.
cop movie?
Michael
yeah.
Peña.
Oh,
Michael Peña.
And Jack Gyllenhaal.
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 and who's that one guy? In Bright, Joel Edgerton.
Yep.
He's in a new movie too called Gringo. That does not look that good. But sure,
He's had a pretty shitty record lately. I feel bad for him.
Yeah.
he's picking the weirdest scripts to do though.
Well, because like so to me, he's in Warrior.
Warrior was amazing.
Great movie.
Is it SEAL Team 6?
Zero.
Zero Doc 30. He was in there. He was great.
I didn't see Zero Dark 30 either.
With me. Then he goes and he does.
Bright.
No, he does a Disney movie.
Joel Edgerton?
The unfortunate events of something. I don't know. Some kid who's actually a plant or something, and parents find him in a yard or I don't fucking know.
No, I know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
See,
There was a vine about it. I came from the garden.
Oh, yeah.
What?
so there you go. So he does that. Then he'll do Bright, and then there's the Shadow movie. I can't remember what it's called. It's not What We Do in the
Oh,
Shadow.
he was also in.
Was he in What We Do in the
No,
Shadows?
no.
He was also in that one fucking Moses Pharaoh movie where he.
Yeah, the Ridley Scott film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget the title of that movie. I just
Oh.
remember being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Great Gatsby.
The Great
He was
Gatsby.
good in Great Gatsby.
He was
though.
good in The Gatsby. He was
He
good in
played
Great Gatsby.
Tom, I believe.
Yep, Tom Caraway.
That sounds-
And,
Tom Buchanan.
yeah, I'm just fucking. I can't remember the name of that Egypt movie now. Yes, Exodus, Gods and Kings.
That's
Stu Mac.
What is that? I want to
God.
find
Oh
that.
yeah, it's
was
with
a-
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking that
ooh.
movie was such a piece of shit. Good
Yeah.
God. Sorry, audio. Movie that surprised me this weekend that I went and saw. Game Night.
Oh, that's
Really?
the new
Jason Bateman.
Yes.
Rachel McAdams. Yeah, that movie was. I went in like not expecting much because I hadn't heard anything about the movie. All I knew was from the poster that Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams were in it. That movie fucking amazing.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of good actors in that though.
Yeah, I know. Like all these people kept showing up. Like if Jeffrey Wright showed up at one point and fucking
Dude from New Girl was in there too.
yep, man. The guy from Dexter showed up. Like
Which one? Like Dexter?
yeah, Dexter. He showed up like right towards the end of the movie. I was like, what the fuck?
It's like I kill serial killers, and it's like get out of here, Dexter.
And it had some of these really cool shots of like. You remember the video, the immersion where they had the camera back of the truck.
Yeah.
It looks like they had that, but like they must CGI'd out a crane or something because
shit.
they had like all these chase scenes of them going through traffic.
That's pretty
And
cool.
it looked like the camera was like affixed to the back of the vehicle. Fuck. And they had all these really cool creative shots like that, and I did not expect that out of that movie.
See, I was worried that Game Night was going to be like another movie 43. Where like all these amazing actors, and it's a terrible fucking script.
Oh, you ever read like the background story of how that movie got made?
No.
The guy was like begging and pleading with all these agents and that to just give your actor, your most famous actors, to get like a 5-minute cameo in this movie. It's gonna be funny. We're getting all of Hollywood to be in it, and it's gonna be amazing. And like halfway through production, people figured out what he was doing,
Yeah.
and how shit the movie was gonna be.
Yeah.
So he started just like buying up like contracts of time for all these people. So, and like then forcing them to
God.
do it and all this shit. Like Richard Gere like exploded on the director like during filming. It was all this shit that went on behind the scenes of that movie. But it
insane.
completely makes sense when you watch.
Yeah.
When you
I mean,
watch
the
it.
whole movie's a shit show.
By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
Odd Life of Timothy Green.
Thank you.
It's called.
Yeah.
That was bugging me. The name of it.
And then he did like a semi-horror film not too long ago.
Oh, I just saw that too.
It's not The Forest,
Yeah,
or
he directed
It comes
that
at
too.
night.
It Comes at Night. That's what it was.
Did he direct that?
It Comes at Night.
Yeah.
Also,
I
there's
think
the
so.
Gift, which is a mystery thriller with Jason Bateman and Rebecca Hall.
Did he that one?
Yes,
Yes, he did. That's the one I'm
There you
thinking
go, there you
of.
go.
See?
he directed
Not
it,
crazy.
wrote it, and starred in it.
Damn. Was it good?
No,
Let's see its reviews.
I think it's the one where it's like, if you press this button, someone will die.
No, that's not the Gift.
Damn it. There's a movie like that out there, and it's not just a Rooster Teeth thing.
Oh, 92% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's actually a good movie.
See, that's terrible.
75% of audiences liked it.
Ooh, it's a B plus. Or a B. Would that be a B? Doesn't matter.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Guy who plays Dexter.
Michael
He
Cera?
plays JFK in the Netflix show The Crown.
Oh.
Really?
Weird, interesting cameo. I just saw.
Okay.
Damn.
Anyway,
Interesting.
All right, Lib. What are we talking about next?
what are we talking about? What do you want to talk about?
I wanted to talk about the movie, and we did. So what are we talking about next?
The job. Is this gonna be like a me-centric thing? Because I have like a bunch of topics I can talk about, but.
Go ahead. Take control.
Ah.
Podcast now.
Wow, he's prepared for this.
All right, I got a job for next year in this industry.
Do you?
Yes, at Fanshawe.
Oh,
I am going to be the videographer for Fanshawe Sports,
nice.
which is awesome.
That
so I'm
is
going out
awesome.
to all of the sports events and shooting highlights and stuff, and then I do the game film for basketball and volleyball games.
That's awesome.
I
Holy
am
shit,
happy
I'm jealous.
and upset.
He's upset because, by the way, the day you were sick and the day he talked to me about it,
Okay.
it was one of the days you were here.
You were here and you missed out, motherfucker.
How?
Well, because he liked me better.
No, but how did it? Kill you.
That's what it was. You picked me, dude. But basically, he said during the things, there's 2 people that he really liked and thought actually were like the most like competent and stuff. I feel like I'm dissing other people. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to. But he said it was me and Justin, and then he asked me to be the videographer for next year. So he just like showed me all the stuff, what I had to do, and then I think he said like the boss, whoever runs Fanshawe Sports or Falcons, just gonna like reach out to me in the summer and say, hey, you're the person, right? And I'll say, yeah, and then give me the schedule.
Damn, there you go.
So that's basically the gist of it. I'm real pumped for it. It's giving me some experience doing videography and stuff,
Yeah, that's awesome.
and I don't have to full time at a restaurant. Thank God.
Yeah, God. Yeah, I'm currently waiting to hear back on the job interview I had last week.
Oh, for the union?
Yep, Fanshawe Student Union, Student Life Coordinator.
Yeah, how did that go? That presentation and all that stuff.
Not bad. I feel like there were some things I could have like read up on more and like been a bit more prepared on, but I still feel like I did a decent job. And the fact is that they're taking longer to deliberate about it, and it didn't just like tell me no.
Yeah.
feels like I might be like one of the top people.
Yeah,
that
you're on
can-
track.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
So I'm just waiting right now. I feel like I did all right.
I can give an update about my family's shit luck.
Okay, that's awesome.
More
Yeah.
shit luck.
That basically just I meant awesome as in some more content. I shouldn't have responded that way.
You like?
second.
Oh,
Let's
here
just get the
we're
camera
getting
on.
real intense. Oh, buddy.
Look at me. My family's misfortunes. Your entertainment lab. All right, that's not
All right, now Ruth, give me the Jim from The Office shot.
Shaking her head no.
All right, so let's start off with. So my family's here now.
Boo.
Yeah, pretty much. So Sam is going to school here in London, and the fucking bus consortium was supposed to set up a bus route for him, so I don't have to drive him every day.
Okay.
Never got back.
Yeah, so they didn't do that, did they?
No. My laptop, it stopped charging itself, which was weird. Turns out somehow my brick exploded. Just the brick stopped working, my power brick. So I had to buy a new one, $100 for that. And then when I connected it to get power, I see that there's these bunch of vertical bars on my screen, and then this giant chunk of a bar that's giving me an inverted image on my screen. That's fantastic. So I had to bring it back and get it fixed, which will take up to 7 days.
Oh God.
Yeah, it's great. Doesn't stop there. Then I find out that my wife was having some shoulder issues. She went to go see the doctor yesterday or the day before. Found out of it's either two things. She has tendonitis in her shoulder, or she tore her muscle in her shoulder.
Wow.
Don't know how though. Don't know how. No one knows how it happened.
Good
But
God.
I mean, tendonitis is wear and tear. It's not like a torn shoulder would be something happened. Tendonitis is just like, it's literally just like when you wear down your shoulder to a point that it's just constant pain there. I used to have tendonitis in my knees just from I played sports all the time, so my knees were like, if I ran for any time,
yeah, that's why.
they would just be. What else would it be? Sucking dick? You can't get tendonitis from sucking dick.
You're on your knees for too
Unless
long.
you suck 3 hours of dick a day, then you're getting tendonitis. You gotta do it for 3 hours?
Are you an amateur?
What are you, a pussy or something? But yeah, again, it's tendonitis is more like, it'd be, what job does she do? She works with kids and
Daycare.
stuff? Yeah.
So she's picking up kids, putting them down, 50-pound babies.
I mean, maybe just like literally could be just from the constant working with the children and stuff. I don't know. I mean, again, I did like one sports science class, so I'm not the best person
And
to ask
I'm
about.
gonna say,
I would say
My expert
debate
opinion on
every
this.
single doctor and tell them that you know better than they do. That's the smart way to
Liberty,
handle it.
a student of mine, he's 30 years younger than you, but he took a sports class once. He says, if I just rub some olive oil on my shoulder, I'll be great.
He says that if I take my pants off, then I'll be fine. It's very confusing.
He told me that sucking dick for 3 hours is no problem because he does it all the time.
the doctor's like, well, he's got a point. I can't argue with you on that one.
Oh my goodness.
But is that the end of the shit luck you guys having, or?
What, do you want more though?
No, I'm hoping that's it. I mean, I was wondering.
We can't conceive children anymore. Are you happy now?
I didn't need to know that.
That was a perfect mistake.
Dude, that was a flip cup.
Yeah, I won.
Yeah. You won.
Also,
oh, I knew it wasn't done.
yeah, the get a place for the beach first. Obviously, that's not happening. The people never got back to us, and now we're looking at once again trying to buy a place.
What happened with? Is that one place you're looking at with the two bros? The one you talked to me about?
The two bros?
Sitting in the hot tub?
No, remember the two guys came in and then they tried to talk and stuff, and then you were like,
that was one of them. Yeah.
but they didn't get back to you either.
Yeah, no, they didn't get back to us,
Oh.
which is bananas.
Oh, wait, that girl was crazy though, was she not?
She was wanted up front, but I realized that's all people in London.
Yeah.
They're just like, here are the facts.
Show me the Carfax.
Yeah. So now we're looking at once again trying to see if we can buy a place, but we're not going to buy upright like a house. We're looking at just buying a townhouse, because we found out that if we get a townhouse for the pricing that we were looking at, we're going to have like a mortgage of maybe $695 a month, maybe.
That's not bad.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
because
that's
our
pretty
current
good.
mortgage is
Yeah.
House in
Yeah.
Sudbury, plus property tax, plus hydro, plus water, plus all these other things. And with the townhouses, it's just, there's a maintenance fee that you have to pay. One of the places was $275, and that covers either, what is it, hydro?
Oh, that's just all your
Like certain other fees, like maintenance fees are
not
covered.
internet though.
Not internet. No. Those would be like amenities, right?
Yeah.
But still, $275 plus $695 a month is compared to what we were paying before.
I wonder when somebody's gonna start putting internet in as
Like a guaranteed thing.
yeah.
But
I mean, internet is more or less essential nowadays, is it not?
Yeah, but even in apartments, you don't get
Yeah.
included, right?
I just feel
You
like
get a contract.
yeah. I think the world's going to that though. I'm gonna say like 10, 20 years, it's gonna be, in like the essentials included in a rent. At some point, that's gonna go up because internet's gonna be added to it.
Yeah, to get better internet, you can pay more or whatever.
Yeah,
is,
and it's
right?
like here's the internet we're gonna give you that comes with your rent.
Well, I mean, when we were renting our place, our downstairs in-law suite, we had internet and TV included.
Really?
For that, yeah, it was like $600 a month, on-site laundry, at home, whatever, not satellite, fiber optic TV with PVR and internet that went up to 100 megabyte, 100 down, 80 up or something like that. So like we didn't give a shit because like our tenant that we had he was amazing.
Yeah.
So we're like, there's no reason why we're gonna be an asshole to you.
Yeah.
So that's what we did. So I think a lot of mom and pop, like housing, when you're renting someone's basement, they'll include internet. Mm-hmm. It might not be the greatest in the world, but it's the internet.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, do you not agree though? Like a lot of stuff that you do nowadays is almost entirely internet. You do a lot of things without it.
I can't think of a single person who I know living in my apartment building who has TV.
It's
Because you
all
can get like
internet.
optional cable, and like I don't know a single person who does
Oh,
it. Everyone
yeah.
just like finds everything online.
Dude, we when I was looking at apartments and stuff, like the person's like, so are you guys interested in getting a cable package? We're all just like, no. Like we'll just watch Netflix or
Yeah,
something.
the only reason you get a cable package is because it somehow makes it cheaper. I get TV plus internet.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, we're just getting internet because it's the way we look at it.
Yeah.
Only thing is though, it's if I want to watch like the Super Bowl or something, rather gonna have to
Sport.
find a stream online.
A legal stream.
Yep. Or I'm gonna have to a legal stream. Wink,
Legal.
wink, wink. Or most likely I'll just end up going to a bar or something like Jack Astor's. I don't know. I don't really watch sports that much though, enough to like be worrying about that. I usually when a game is going on, I just check Twitter because I follow like accounts and they'll say like this is what the score is at the halftime, and I'm like okay cool, and then I go and do whatever I want.
Twitter has become the new AM radio for sports. So like, well, maybe you guys might not know this, but like back in the day when I was younger, my dad would listen to like the AM radio for NHL updates while we were driving, or local hockey team updates, because like they would literally have the sport, like the actual announce done over the radio.
Yeah.
Twitter seems to have kind of taken that, where like if you want to see what's going on in a sports event, you go to the announcers or the whatever TSN Twitter page, see what's going on, and then you can put it away.
I follow one main sports account that just is. It's like they do articles and stuff and have like personal opinion pieces and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But usually I follow them because I find that when big NBA games are on, I'm only gonna see like 3 highlights in the game, and it's gonna be all of the best stuff because that's all they're gonna tweet about, and then they're gonna tweet like the scores, which is like all I care about.
There you go.
And that's not even like following sports right now. It's just in basketball, there's one Canadian team, the Toronto Raptors, and they're number 1 in the East, which is really good. So that's all really I care about in the NBA right now is making sure that they're still number 1.
So you could say really that technology of today has smurfed the way that we look at things now for sports packages.
What do you mean smurfed?
I'm trying to segue into your Overwatch thing.
I don't really. It's not really much of a story. I was making a joke off it because I have a Smurf account now.
Well, it's because you're too good. You're too elite.
No,
You don't want to fuck with that elo.
It's because basically me and Haley both have our own accounts. She only really plays Mercy because it's her favorite character and stuff. And she wants like the Golden Mercy staff, but she doesn't really feel like playing competitive. So then she told me, she's like, go on and play competitive so I can have a Golden Mercy staff. And I'm like, fuck it, sure. And I went on and I played like my first 10 games, and it's never been ranked before this time. So when you haven't been ranked before, it has to really be. It's really broad in which it puts you in. So at your first game, it puts you with really bad people. If you do well, it moves you up and it keeps putting you with higher level people.
Yeah.
And then by the end, that account is higher than my normal account is now. Because
so really, your actual account is now your Smurf account.
Yeah, basically, like my main account is like 3,040 or something, which is like just in Diamond, and then her account's 3,100, which is far beyond mine in Diamond, and I'm really pissed about it because I'm like, fuck you, you've never even played this before. I just came on here and brought you here, and then she's like, I don't care, Lib, and I'm like, fuck it. I don't know. It's also something I hate about Overwatch is smurfing, so I feel really bad about me being part of the problem now.
Yeah, but I mean, everyone smurfs now. It's unavoidable.
Yeah, I mean, L25, which is the rank, once you hit that, you can play competitive. So people got into games complaining because they're like, some fucking noob is playing. And I'm like, yeah, guys, I've never played before. And then I go and tear off and they're like, oh, you're a fucking smurf. And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not proud of it.
Yeah, but like I said, like everyone, like again, I just to let everyone know what smurfing is. If some people don't know what it is,
I'm literally googling it right now.
Oh, okay. So Smurf,
it's for competitive video games.
Yeah.
So like a lot of ranked modes, competitive modes. The top two, like Overwatch and Rainbow Six. A lot of smurfing in Rainbow Six, and it's when you create a new account to go higher than you usually would. So at the beginning of somebody playing competitive, your scores when you so basically when you win a game you go up in rank. When you lose a game you drop in rank. It's way more drastic at the beginning because you're so new to the game. So if I've been playing the game for a year now and I win a competitive game in Overwatch, it's going to go up 20 points or so. It's good. If I'm on my new account that's only been playing for a month, every win is going to boost me up 130 points, which is a lot more. So it's the easiest way to get at super high levels while being at a low level. Mm-hmm. So it's fair. It's part of the game, but it's also kind of sucks because it's an easier way it's like a cheap way of doing the thing, right? Yeah. So, I mean, I never intended to actually have one. I just did it because Haley wanted me to, and then also I was like, all right, Smurf, it sounds fun.
It's for guys who play competitively. If they want to try something different, maybe try a new character or try a new strategy without destroying your rank, like dropping down so much. You just go into a Smurf account and you fuck around.
Oh, I remember I saw one specifically. This guy named Raxu. He's a really good Hanzo player. I saw him. He was playing with random people, and then they're like, "Oh, why are you playing on this account?" And he's like, "Well, my other account's in top 500. I don't feel like dropping it."
Yeah.
And he's like, he's just gonna put one and not lose. And if he loses, who cares, right? Because it's not his main one. Yeah. And that also is kind of a shitty attitude to go into one of those games. Like, I don't care if I lose, because that automatically puts your team at like a disadvantage and stuff.
Yeah, Alfredo, when he streams, usually if he streams with subs, he'll take his Smurf account and he'll play with subs because he's like, I don't care what happens to my rank. I'm just here to play with. Here to play with my subscribers and shit. But then when he wants to play serious, like when he plays with some of his actual friends who play Siege, goes into his regular, I'm platinum, this, I'm that, and it's like, I'm gold 2 now, fuck me, shit like that.
Okay, so you really don't know much about it, but from what we said, what's your opinion on it? You think it's fair or like you just don't really care?
I think when used in that kind of sense, I think it's
like instead
if you're kind of not using it to try and raise your rank, but if you're trying to use it more for like just playing more with your friends and not focusing on the whole competitive aspect of it. I don't know, man. I've been out of game long.
Yeah, I feel that. I've been recently into I never played casual mode every single time. Then Overwatch came, tried ranked mode, had fun with it. Same with Rainbow Six ranked mode stuff. And then ever since that, anytime there's like a ranked mode in a game and I'm starting to get good at it, I'm gonna fucking try it out because it's competitive and I love it. I love bringing that competitive. It's also usually like longer games with more rules and stuff. It's more actually I love that about it because there's a lot more actual like talking between your team and stuff. Instead of like just being in Call of Duty where everyone calls you like a fag or something like that.
Which we don't tolerate.
Yeah, it's a shitty word. I didn't like using it, but it's like
you're just quoting it, right?
Yeah. But it's like actually like it's like teamwork,
Yeah.
It's fun and it as much as you do still get those shitty people in Overwatch. I had one specifically where I don't remember this guy's name, But there's a guy on Xbox who I was playing with him, and he was just so nice. He's like, "Oh, that was a nice try, guys. Like, we'll get him next time and stuff." And we ended up winning.
Yeah.
And I sent him a message after the game. I'm like, "Fuck, like, thank you for being such a nice person."
Yeah.
And having that that type of like ability to not be toxic
Yeah,
in
yeah.
like on the Xbox stage, you know?
It's a positive environment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I loved it, and there needs to be more people like that.
Yeah.
But that comes down to what gaming
I
is.
know people always make those jokes about how bad like the Call of Duty community is. With,
They
like,
are,
Telegrams
man.
and all that shit. Grand Theft Auto Online is worse.
Oh, Grand
Oh,
Theft
I mean,
Auto
they're
is the
like by
worst.
a fucking mile.
Yeah,
They're
it's full
completely
of
worse.
hackers and trolls.
Yeah, basically.
It-
And guys
I-
who just like fly around, just like crashing planes into people
Yeah.
for no fucking reason.
And then like I genuinely it's for some reason I found that in Grand Theft Auto, a lot of kids have no filter in terms of racism, sexism, and homophobia.
Yeah.
Just they hit all of the markers and shit. Like I've been playing with a girl before where she's playing and she's on like the mics and stuff, and then a 10-year-old says like, "Go make me a sandwich, bitch," and it's
Yeah.
like, what?
What?
Yeah, I was playing.
What?
I was playing with one of my friends like about a year ago on Friday the 13th, the game.
Oh, that game's fucking
It's
fun.
it's fun.
It's broken, but
Yeah, it's fun though. And
That is, I think, one of my favorite games to play with comms, because since it's so uncompetitive, it's kind of all jokes.
yeah, except for this one time when I was playing with Mal, and we guys, what's going on? She's just being like, "Let's have a good time," type of thing.
Yep.
Right. And then it's all like, "Oh my god!" And I hate this term
Oh,
when it's used the
grill?
way. Yeah. Oh my god, is that a grill? Oh guys, there's a real grill here. And it's like, shut
Jesus
up, man! Like,
Christ.
you're not funny. You're not cool. No one's be like, "Ha ha ha! You're such a good person. You're just a piece of shit." Simple as that.
Thank God, I think it's actually starting to die in Overwatch. Used to be a real big problem on Overwatch, because Overwatch is one of the, I think, one of the big games where women actually got into gaming because of that game, because of the versatile cast of characters and stuff, and that it's not like testosterone fueled gameplay and stuff.
Yeah.
It's actually really tactical and stuff like that.
Another Siege is another good one for that.
Yeah, a lot of women started getting into Siege and
Yeah.
stuff.
It's
But I
just-
found
it's
Siege
super
is a lot
serious.
more of a competitive environment, so there's less people that actually give a shit what a girl is on. Where on
Yeah.
like Overwatch, people are still memey
Yeah.
like assholes and stuff.
Well, it's the other thing too with Siege, they're more serious. So if you fuck up,
Yeah.
they will let you have it, man.
Oh,
Like,
I've been team killed so much
Yeah.
this season alone. I remember there was one where I was playing with my brother, and he was in a 1v1 at the end. And he was just trying to shoot it with somebody where he ran out of bullets first, so he kind of lost because he had that disadvantage.
yeah.
And immediately the next round, someone on our team just went and shot him in the head because he died. So then I went up and I shotgunned that guy, and that guy messaged me and said and I was like, "You deserved it more."
Yeah, he was the last man standing.
Yeah.
You were already dead. Fuck off.
And then he team killed again and got kicked, and it was
Of
like,
course.
"Oh my god, people are just the worst in this game."
Ruth, are you cold?
But
No, you're heading out?
Peace
Okay.
out.
Thanks, Ruth.
You
Let's
got
get
that-
another round of applause for Ruth.
what are we at? Ugh, I bumped into. What are we at for time right now?
No, we're running almost probably an hour and a half.
Okay.
not too
already.
bad.
Fun talking about like Rainbow Six. And shit.
Yeah.
I got lost in it.
I got one thing I want to talk about before we even start thinking about wrapping up.
Okay.
I've been playing more of Dragon Ball Fighters, and no,
Sorry.
no, I don't want to hear it over the comms.
I know Cole respects it.
The problem I'm having with it now is I'm on the Android saga.
Which one?
It's like the last story arc.
Oh, okay.
It fucking sucks, dude. That arc is shit.
Like,
Yeah.
I'll tell you right now, I haven't played any of the storylines.
It's garbage. It is total garbage. The first two, the heroes arc, then the villains arc is actually really interesting and fun. This one, it's just like, oh, the only other two characters you haven't played yet are Android 16 and 17.
Let's make an entire story with them.
Yeah, pretty fucking much, dude.
And then they have like Android 20 whatever in.
Yeah, 21, like the main villain.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this feels so forced and put in. I could have done with like, so both arcs 1 and 2, villains and heroes, or heroes and villains, whatever, probably took 12 hours to beat altogether because I was just having a good time.
Yeah.
You could have ended it there and it feels fine. It feels like they did this because they're like, we need to reach at least a 20-hour mark, boys.
Yeah.
And it's like, fuck off, man. Like, it's not even fun. Like, I love playing the characters, but this story is just so poo-poo.
I one of my biggest problems with video games is shitty tied in stories.
Yeah.
Because it's like, obviously, I want a single player experience, you know? Because it's always fun to build an awesome story and stuff.
Yeah.
But don't force it. Some games are perfect without their story. You
Every
know?
single Call of Duty game.
Some of the Call of Duties have decent stories. The Modern Warfare storyline was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't mind
First
Blops.
Black Ops 1.
Yeah, Blops 1.
Black Ops 2 had a great story. That actually had a really good story mode. You could like customize your classes and stuff for it. It was like an actual interactive story mode. It wasn't just
Oh yeah, with Michael Rooker.
yep.
Yeah. I
But
liked
then
it.
there's like Advanced Warfare and shit where it's like
Yeah, I like Blops
Kevin,
2
is
for
that
the
one with
zombie
Kevin
modes.
Spacey?
yeah, that was Advanced Warfare. It's Kevin Spacey. You play a kid that he touches and you have to kill him. Sorry.
Someone
Anywho.
please make that an actual video game.
Anywho,
It's like taking revenge.
I'm sure
on
there is. I'm
Kevin
sure there's a
Spacey.
shitty Flash game out there.
That's all I need.
like
That's all I
we
need.
talked about, Overwatch, Rainbow Six need story modes.
Yeah.
Gameplay alone carries them. One game which had a shoot-in story mode, which I was not on board for until I actually played it, was Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2 story mode's fun.
Titanfall 2 has one of my favorite story modes I've ever played in a shooter.
Yeah.
By far. And just, it does this great job of building this bond between, you know, you and your Titan, which is so weird, but done so magnificently. I don't know why I chose that word to say.
No,
Anyway.
I agree with you, and it's also it's in the sense it's very much so the reverse relationship of Cortana and Chief, where Chief is the silent one and Cortana is the sassy one. Well, it's flipped around, right? You got your main character who's the sassy one, in the AI, which is more the strict, you know, cold-hearted one.
Well, I love that it even gives you the choice to like say stuff. So you're just always an asshole to BT.
Yeah, if you
who's,
want
like,
to be,
your
yeah.
robot. But since he's playing who doesn't understand sarcasm, you'd be like, you can kiss my ass, BT, and he's like, I am unable to accomplish what you want, something like that. And like as much as that's an easy thing to write, I think it was just done really well.
My only downfall is I wish after going through the experience, I kind of wish the story mode was longer because I was
I
enjoying
wanted
it so
way
much.
more, yeah.
Yeah.
It made me want Titanfall 3, but I mean Titanfall 2 is a fun game.
I didn't play it as much as I thought I was going to. I played the shit out of Titanfall 1. Multiplayer, I played it for so long. I got all the season passes and shit. I was really into it. And then Titanfall 2, I got it. I played the single player. I maybe played 2-3 rounds of Titanfall 2
Really?
Yeah, and that's
It was
it.
just one of those ones where you just couldn't get into it.
I think it's because it came in at such a time where there were so many other heavy hitters.
Yeah, it was an oversaturated market, which
Yeah.
sucks because it was really, really good.
Yeah,
It came out when I think Overwatch at its peak, Rainbow Six keeps growing. So both of those big shooters keep growing, all multiplayer based. And then Titanfall 2 came out, which was a fun game, but wasn't at that level.
Yeah, and then it also came out at the same
If
time as
Titanfall 2 came out 3 years ago, everybody would still be playing it. I guarantee
well,
that.
it also came out between like Battlefield 1
Call of Duty.
and Call of Duty. Yeah, so like you can't compete with that.
To be fair, it was Infinite Warfare, which was that did the worst out of all of the Call of Duty.
But that's still
yeah.
like it still sold millions of copies. You know, like it still made millions of dollars.
That game was shit, dude.
I haven't even
I know. I haven't even played it.
like
I've
I have
seen
no
people
interest in the
play
World War II game at all because
I've
I'm
played
so
that.
over Call of Duty.
it. Battlefield, I'm still on board for. Battlefield 1 is so much fun.
Apparently, the new Battlefield 5, I guess that's what they're gonna call it. I think it's what they're up to number wise. Is gonna be
It's going back to the
World
Modern
War II.
Warfare. World War. That's not
2.
5. Field 2.
oh God, boo, live boo.
But
I want to see new Bad Company.
people need to do more Vietnam War ones because Black Ops was awesome and Black Ops
Yeah.
was Vietnam War.
I just want
Being
good.
that was an era they could definitely do more with.
Because there's such a cool era in technology where it's equally that old school shit, like using like the Galil, you know, that old school gun with like the hatch on it, but at the same time you still had the technological advances of a Blackbird.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
Campaign mode, just blasting Creedence Clearwater Revival the entire
I know.
time.
Jesus Christ.
Just playing now that one Jimi Hendrix song that everybody plays.
Watchtower.
Yeah. Which is an amazing song, but everyone's like, my movie's in the 60s and 70s.
Well, that's pretty much what World at War was. Call of Duty World at War. It was during the Vietnam War, if I'm not mistaken.
World at War was World War II.
Yeah.
Never mind my stomach.
Because World at War was where Nazi zombies were, so it was World War II.
Get it together, Justin.
But you fight the Japanese in that one, or the
Yeah,
Vietnamese.
that was Japanese in World War II.
No,
as
you're
well.
wrong. Hold on. No, the Japanese in
Japanese
Vietnam.
isn't Vietnam. Japan isn't Vietnam.
Oh my god.
I can't think of any other games that did Vietnam. Any mainstream ones, at least.
Yeah, it'd be your Battlefield.
Battlefield wasn't Battlefield.
No, Battlefield had it like years ago.
Oh, I'm looking
Had a
at
Vietnam
Battlefield right
expansion.
now.
Oh, an
2004, Battlefield Vietnam, released only on Windows.
Apparently that was Papu. Or the expansion for that one was Papu.
Yeah.
Really, World at War? World at War was World War II?
Yeah,
Are you sure about this?
World at War
World
was.
at War.
I mean, it was called
War.
World at War.
That doesn't mean anything.
Vietnam War was just Vietnam and America, and America got fucked
Oh my god.
because they went into Vietnam, and Vietnam's like, "You're in our turf, bitches," and fucking smoked them. That's what the Vietnam War was, right? America went in there, got obliterated, then after like 10 years was like, okay, we're pulling out of Vietnam. We didn't do anything. God.
Oh my god.
That was legitimately, I think Vietnam War is like the most forgotten, terrible war. It happened for no reason, and people were drafted for it.
They got the reason why it's forgotten is because the states doesn't want to talk about the failure.
Because they got shit on.
Yeah.
And Muhammad Ali was even like, no, this is a dumb war. I'm not doing it because I love peace.
Yeah.
They're like, you're going to jail, Muhammad Ali. And he's like, try me. I'll kick everyone's ass in there. That honestly
A
is
history lesson by Liberty Roundtree.
that is one of these stories, though. It's like the fact that they even said, they're like, you're not going to fight in the war. You're just going to go there to inspire troops. They're not going to make you fight. And he's like, no. He's like, I'm all about peace. And I kick ass to prove I'm about peace.
Kick ass for peace.
I don't know. I love
Muhammad
that about
Ali
him.
way.
I think that really speaks a lot to like who he was, though.
Yeah.
Where he's just like, as much as he was just a dude who kicked ass, he wasn't an idiot and he knew what he was talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, love Muhammad Ali.
He knew where to make the stand for that. Respect.
Oh, China was in the Vietnam War too? Who was in the Vietnam War? Whoa! There was a lot of
there's
shit.
an obvious one.
Okay.
Let's get
Or who?
Who is it good for?
all right. I think maybe with that we'll end the podcast.
Cambodia was in the Vietnam War.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining.
Same
us.
with
Gone
Australia.
off on so many tangents.
Yeah,
right now.
this has been the tangent show.
Oh god.
Tangent cast. The Tan
You
cast.
think dressing so nice would like get us?
No. I'm so tired, dude. That's why I'm like, I don't give a shit about this podcast right now.
I don't
Like,
give a shit about you, pussy.
you're gonna suck my dick for 3 hours now?
Oh my, I just might.
Get your tendonitis back on? And with that, everybody, thank you very much for joining us for the Select Start Network, episode 11.
I love how central the ending is.
Yeah.
And with that.
I just want to give a big thank you to everyone who helped us create this. We had Ruth on camera 1, which was great. We've got Cole on TD, Mac as director, and Chase as audio. Thank you. Colin, Lib, thanks for being here.
No problem.
Again, if there's something you want to plug it now.
Instagram, Colin Seaburns.
Instagram, liberty.roundtree.
There.
Also, can I end the show with a little bit of ASMR?
Give me 2 seconds. If you want to continue supporting everything that we do, that'd be awesome. All you got to do is subscribe to us at youtube.com/LifeSelectStart. If you want to check out our Patreon, you're more than welcome to. It's patreon.com/SelectStartNetwork. Or just literally subscribe to Google Play or iTunes. Leave us a review. That will help us. All right,
trash.
Lib, let's end it with your ASMR.
And to end the show, we're going to do a little bit of ASMR. So if I could get all my hosts to get close to their mic. And for all of our fans, could we just breathe heavily into the mics?
How are you doing, Liberty? Breathing heavily into the microphone.
I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm going to touch you where you pee.
I'm gonna touch you. I wanna touch you where it's warm. I wanna
Dude,
touch
you
you.
fuck me. I totally fuck me.